Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Manchester United are linked with a good few players this January transfer window. I'm going to speak to you about my thoughts and opinions on some of these signings and do I approve, do I not approve, and I want to know what you guys think as well. First and foremost, comment down below your dream signing this January transfer window. Which signing would you absolutely love to see Manchester United bring in? Right, straight off the back, we have seen Randal Kolo Muani being linked with Manchester United. So is Spurs, so is Juventus. Do I like the player? Listen, a lot of people are saying Kolo Muani is a player that we don't need. He's crap, he's not good enough, and this, that, the other. But I'll be deadly honest with you. Just as a loan move, I don't disapprove. I actually approve. I like. And the reason why I like Randal Kolo Muani is not because I think he's a fantastic player, he's an amazing player, he's a world beater. No. Would he be an upgrade to our bench? Would he add to our bench? And the fact is, yes, he would. For the next 5 months or so left for the season, he would be an addition. You look at Manchester United's bench, right? You look at Anthony. Is he coming off the bench and making an impact in game? No. You look at Alejandro Garnacho. Is he coming off the bench consistently making an impact? Not really. I know he's had an impact against Liverpool, which was really good. But other than that little pass, he's not really been of much addition game in, game out. We need someone who can be of addition. Now, I would love Cunha, right? And so would many other Manchester United fans. But Cunha is not achievable in January. His price tag's going to be soaring and he would probably prefer a move in summer anyways, because Wolves are in a relegation battle themselves. They will not want their main man to go in January. So Kolo Muani, just on a loan move, I don't mind. He's 26 years old and yeah, his move to PSG hasn't gone down the way and to the level that people would have predicted. He's not scored the great amount of goals that people would have thought. He's only scored a handful of goals, but for Manchester United, might just be a little bit of an addition. You look at Marcus Rashford right now, he's not playing, he's out the squad, he's out the match days, week in, week out, he's not involved. That place could be taken by Kolo Muani, and Kolo Muani might not be a great player, but if he can give us a little bit of help to, do well in the FA Cup, do well in the Europa League, why not? Why are you saying no? This is what I don't understand. Instantly people are like, ew, I don't want him, he's not good enough, da-da-da. Bro, for a loan and then send him back. It's none of our headache. Don't do an obligation to buy. Help PSG out by giving them Marcus Rashford and everybody wins. I'm okay with that deal. I'll be honest. Moving on, the next one we've seen is there's a few European teams that are looking at Douglas Luiz. Now, Douglas Luiz, a player that's played in the Premier League. He's had a loan in Man City, played for Villa as well. A player that I think instantly impacts our team. I would love Douglas Luiz. I think Douglas Luiz and Ugarte next to each other definitely helps us. Kobe Mino is a fantastic player. I like him. I rate him very highly, right? I love him. I think he's going to do fantastic things in Man United. But at this age, it's still too young to be playing him week in, week out. He needs to develop. He needs to grow into games. He needs to grow into his confidence, his physique. You saw against Liverpool, he started the game very slow. He gave the ball away quite a few times. If that result went any other way, a lot of people would have been talking about Kobe Mino. And I promise you, because majority of the fans are giving their opinions results based. And I do as well. Listen, when I do post-match reaction, I'm over the moon if we win. And if we get something out of a game that we didn't think we will, I'm over the moon. Every player is amazing. But when you really peel the layers back and look at things, you say certain players maybe just, manage their minutes. Doesn't mean they're bad players. Just mean you got to grow them into their position. Other teams do that really well. We need to do the same with our players. And I think getting Douglas Luiz next to Ugarte gives us that safety net and gives us that physicality and that dominance in midfield that we lack game in, game out. Casemiro is being linked with Saudi. If we can make that deal happen, 20-30 million pounds, I'll be more than happy to say thank you to Casemiro and part ways with him. I think Casemiro has been a really good player for us this season. Early on he was really pivotal, but can we rely on him? Let's be honest, at this time I don't think Ruben Amorim is relying on him because he's banished him from the starting 11. I would want to see Casemiro and Ugarte play together regularly, but the manager isn't wanting that. So I think Douglas Luiz comes in straight away, impact, and I am definitely approving that signing. Let me know in the comments, do you approve or do you not approve? The next one, okay, Victor Osimhen. I absolutely want him at Manchester United. I am not going to say no to Victor Osimhen. I have seen him play numerous games and I like an out and out striker. I do not understand why people don't like Osimhen. One, I can understand there are certain things about him, like the profile and the way he presses or what he does, and even to the point where people say, right, he's the type of player that you will need to constantly create for. He's not going to make things happen for you. Okay, fine. But the striker market, bro, is dry. And the common consensus amongst many football fans is young strikers, Delap, this, that. Bro, they did this with Evan Ferguson. Evan Ferguson had an injury and boom, they did that with Sheshko as well. I mean, the same fan base. There were many people that absolutely went to hell and back to fight for Rasmus Højlund, and now you're seeing what happens when you don't get a seasoned, matured striker. Delap is doing fantastic, and I like Delap a lot. But again, he's very young, bro. Very young. You look at Kolo Muani, who plays in the middle. He's 26 years old, and he's struggling to pick up form. He's struggling to live up to the hype. It is not easy being a striker. It is very, very hard. There are a lot of people who don't even like Lautaro Martinez. A lot of people who don't like Vlahovic. It's very hard, bro, nowadays as a striker to please, majority of the football fans. I like Osimhen. He's got that killer instinct. Press, he'll run hard. He'll make goals out of nothing. And I think with him, Ahmad, and a left-sided 10, we would be doing well. And to complement Victor Osimhen as well, I think a left wing back, Nuno Mendes, would be amazing. There are tweets from me, I think in 2022 or 2023, speaking about Nuno Mendes and saying how much I want Nuno Mendes in Manchester United. I think he's a top wing back. He's one of the best, in my opinion, as a wing back, as a specialist role. The physicality, the energy, stamina, ability on the ball, technicality, IQ, crossing. He's got so many attributes. The right age, the right wages as well. I don't think we'll have to pay a huge amount of money like we would have probably to Alphonso Davies. He ticks a lot of boxes and I like him a lot. I think him coming into Man United would make an instant impact, and he would be taking one of my favorite players in the recent years, Dalo's position. But I'm okay with it because it adds to the team, it upgrades the team, and Dalo, he can hold bench a couple of games and we can rotate. I'm happy with this. So Osimhen, if there's a deal to be in the works where Napoli can take Marcus Rashford and we can get Osimhen, that also helps us because Galatasaray is weakened a little bit in the Europa League, and we're strengthening because we need those players. If we beat Arsenal, which I think we will in the FA Cup, I want to go and win that trophy. I want to go and win the Europa League as well. And if we add these couple of players, instantly we're better off. I think Osimhen, Nuno Mendes, perfect. Nuno Mendes coming in, he's a creator. He will create for a striker. And who better to create than Victor Osimhen? Let's be honest. Because, bro, Rasmus Højlund ain't cutting it. I'm being deadly serious. And I don't want to see Joshua Zirkzee leave Manchester United just after 6 months. That would be atrocious. That would be atrocious. That little cameo against Liverpool, he's shown more than Rasmus Højlund has. Rasmus goes game in, game out, and people don't call out the things that they see. You don't have to be toxic and negative. Just call it for what you see. And the fact is, Rasmus is not an out-and-out killer striker at 21 years old to lead Manchester United, bro. He isn't. You need someone with big cojones. I'm being deadly serious here. Rasmus doesn't even cut majority of the strikers in the league. He's probably one of the worst strikers in the league. And Zirkzee barely gets a run of games. I mean, I don't know why Ruben picks him week in, week out over Zirkzee. But get someone like Vlahovic, I don't think that's achievable. But you get someone like Victor Osimhen who wants to move. His camp wants to move. Napoli, he's got issues with. They want to part ways with him. Bro, cash in. And I'm all for it. More so because we can then make a deal about Marcus Rashford. We reduce the wage bill and we then get a striker as well. Bro, you can't pick and choose right now. You can't. We're not in a position, right, to be attracting the best players in the world. We're not. But Osimhen, if he's achievable, bro, I'm getting it. I'm approving. People will say, I don't like this, I don't like that. Bro, you're nitpicking it right now. We're dealing with very, very, very dusty players. Very, very dusty players. They might even go on to lose to Southampton, bro. You can't trust them. You cannot trust them. If we have an out-and-out striker and then we get a wing back, we get a midfielder, you can say, listen, the team can now create. Let's create. Let's build this team around the striker and then another couple players like Ahmad, like Euro. Let's build the team around these players. Can you tell me now you're building the team around Rasmus Højlund, bro? No, you're not. So, yeah. those signings I definitely approve. I'm not gonna be overly exaggerating and overly hyped about the players like Delap and young strikers. I'm not. Drogu is another one as well who's been linked with Man United. I think for 20 million, we could try and bully the other team to try and sell him to us for 20 million. They're in a relegation battle as it is. You know, he can play left wing back as well. I'm very happy to go and get him if possible. You know, he can play right side as well. He's a versatile player. He's young. He's got an engine. I think that's another player that will do really well as well. So yeah, so far we've not made any signings, but Man United are definitely active in the transfer market. Let me know in the comment below if you agree, if you don't agree, and which is your dream signing. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like the video if you enjoyed, and also subscribe to the channel. Peace.